Brandon Marshall continues to be one of the worst analysts that you can listen to, talking about Cleveland Browns in general and also Baker Mayfield. In today's episode of First Things First, December 28th, he said something which is really one of the most horrible, I can't put into words, one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard. I don't even think Colin Cowherd would even say this, just due to the fact that Colin Cowherd uses stats, and so do all these other analysts. But I'm guessing Brandon Marshall doesn't use stats because what he just said was one of the most idiotic things you can say. So let's jump right into that video, starting at 3:43. The link to the video will be in the description below. Check it out if you want to watch it. But let's watch this. There's two parts to this video I want to show you guys. So let's begin 3:43.
No, he doesn't deserve to get a pass. When you need Baker Mayfield to win a game for you, he loses the game.
Did you hear that? When you need Baker Mayfield to win you a game, he loses the game. So we're gonna ignore the fact 22 straight completions, 5 touchdowns against the Bengals. Did throw an interception, but that was the first play of the game in the first quarter. Won us the game. Beautiful pass to Donovan Peoples-Jones for his 5th touchdown. Next, we're going to bring up Titans game. You know, this is before the Titans game. Browns can't win big. Baker Mayfield can't be a good team. We beat the Titans. We're crushing them in the first half. Second half happened, but we still did win. 4 touchdowns. What was it? 200 something yards in the first half. He, answered all the questions, and then Brandon Marshall comes out and says, "Not a great defense, doesn't count, blah blah blah." Now, I expect stupid people to say stupid things, but I would think, being an all-pro wide receiver, really, he's, a great wide receiver, played for the Jets, a couple other teams. You would think he would use stats to help him out, but he doesn't. Unfortunately, he looks like an idiot. So we're going to continue this clip for about another 10 seconds, and then there's going to be another section that I want to show you guys, um, which brings out a stat which really, shuts everything down about Baker being clutch and not winning the big games. So let's talk about that. Here's the next part of the clip.
If this game came down to, let's say interceptions because there was mishaps and there wasn't any continuity between Baker and his wide receivers and tight ends, then we can say, okay, yeah, that's an issue. But this came down to this guy holding on to the ball. That's disturbing. Once again, in critical moments, Baker Mayfield will lose it for you.
All right. To defend Baker here, he was holding the ball. He didn't have much time in the pocket. He's, missed Jedrick Wills, the starting left tackle. Nick Harris is really a center, moved the guard. He didn't do too good. They missed their best offensive lineman, grade-wise, with Wyatt Teller. Run game was non-existent. They stacked the box. Up until the first half, they had 4 rushing yards, so run game wasn't going to work. They were down like 14 points at one point, or 17-3. So you got to throw the run game away, and you gotta score. You got to throw the ball. So that's on defensive Baker Mayfield. Now to counterattack that rather, Baker shouldn't have 3 fumbles. He has to protect the ball. That's all on him. Can't defend him there. So now let's move to the next part of this video, and this one is really interesting. A stat that I didn't know until now. So let's talk about that.
And they've been playing really well. They just, they could have won 2 out of their last 3 games. And look, it's one of those games where it's a trap game, right? Where the Browns have been rolling high and they've been playing really good ball. So, it's one of those things where I just leaned on my experience being in the locker room. I thought it was a trap game for the Browns. Now, I didn't expect them not to have their wide receivers, obviously. But once again, Baker Mayfield, in a critical moment, he loses the game for his team. He could have been a hero.
We got to address that.
He could have been a hero.
We got to address that.
Go ahead, please.
You're right about that. He could have been a hero.
Listen.
Michael Vick says something. He could have been right. He could have been a hero. I don't know why they have Michael Vick. He adds nothing at all. He is not a good analyst. Yeah, no, move on from him. He's not good. goodbye. That's all I could say. Like, maybe he has some good takes, kinda. But yeah, I don't think the analyst role fits him. But that's just my opinion. Nick Wright is gonna say a stat here. I just want the guys to listen to that because that's the third or fourth time Brandon Marshall's brought that up in this video alone. So Baker Mayfield, with 1 minute left, has the most game-winning touchdowns in all of NFL this season. That includes quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Roethlisberger. I mean, just to name a few. So now I like, I just get so mad when these guys put out these narratives that just don't make sense or just not factually true, and they get away with it. They're not stopped. Colin Cowherd, for the first 2 years, really mainly that first year, just hated on everything Baker Mayfield can do. You know, I remember in the first year, his first game when he uh, won the game against the Jets. You know, besides taking that win in the first one in like 300, 600 something days, just points out he's like 1 for 4 throwing to his left. I mean, yeah, that's almost as bad as what Brandon Marshall has been saying, but not quite because Brandon Marshall has taken the award for the most idiotic phrases can be said on TV. I can't even, now I'm sounding like an idiot because I can't speak right. But thankfully, I don't get paid to do it. I just do this for fun. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe. Now, I don't know how copyright works, to be honest. I'll put like in the description below fair use. I didn't use too much of the video. I think I used probably like a minute, minute and a half of it, maybe two. But thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe. I'm going to have more of these reaction videos because I think they're fun to do and just to bring something to the channel. And yeah, besides that, have a good day. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and bye.